Hey, what is going on everybody? Repel here, and I have Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle 159. Now, I am way overdue for a Wi-Fi battle, like seriously, but here it is, and boy, was this quite a fun match. It was actually very challenging, not gonna lie. So, obviously, we have the opponent Misty today, and he has the Kabutops, Gyarados, Glaceon, Heatran, Mr. Mime, and Mega Sceptile. I got the Druddigon, Volcarona, Serperior, Rotom, just regular Rotom, Murkrow, and Cresselia. Really awesome team, really powerful. So, let's get right onto it. Oh, and I'm gonna fast forward this battle slightly for your convenience. So my opponent is gonna go off with the Sceptile, and I went off for the Druddigon because I want to set up Stealth Rocks. Now, obviously, this is a Mega Sceptile. He's gonna Mega Evolve, and pretty sure he's gonna go for that Dragon Pulse. But, however, I know for a fact I can actually live a Dragon Pulse coming from Sceptile. Look at that. I went ahead, went for the Stealth Rocks, don't care. I want my rocks up now, more than ever. He has a freaking Glaceon, so I'm getting out of here and saving my, Druddigon for later. He's gonna go for another Dragon Pulse. Good thing he didn't go for like a Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm would do a lot more. Now he's gonna switch out because he obviously cannot do anything to me. And I took this opportunity to actually probably start setting up right here, right now. As a matter of fact, I do. But then honestly, I can't really do too much to this Heatran either because I don't carry a Focus Blast or anything. And I'm pretty sure my opponent wants to set up some Stealth Rocks with this Heatran. He's actually gonna do a double switch here. Not really sure why. Maybe he thought, well, I might just stay in and just keep setting up. And I'm pretty sure this Glaceon is more of a Toxic Staller. Luckily for me, I actually brought out the Volcarona. I'm thinking, sweet, he's obviously going to switch out, so I'm going to go ahead and go for straight for Quiver Dance. However, he actually stays in, and we'll see why. That is because he's going to go for the Toxic. And yeah, it's going to land it, and I am not carrying the Lumberry, unfortunately. I really wish I was carrying the Lumberry, simply because, yeah, just being poisoned really does suck, especially when you're trying to go for a sweep. So obviously he's probably going to go for Protect now. I could actually stay and go for more Quiver Dances, but I was like, yeah, I really don't want that because I really just don't want that residual damage, you know. So I really did want to go for a Will-O-Wisp, but I was really afraid that he might go into the Heatran to absorb any attacks. And not to mention, I am just terrified right now. Like, I really want to go for a Fiery Dance and burn this thing up, but however, it's just so scary. Like, he could go into his Heatran any moment, grab that Flash Fire, and I do not want to give a Heatran Flash Fire. Heatran with Flash Fire is dangerous, you know? So I just have to play it safer and go back into Rotom. And let's see if he does bring out the Heatran, and yes, he does. To my prediction, he does. So obviously I can't do anything to Rotom either, but Rotom is a great pivot after all. And not to mention, I do have Stealth Rocks. I actually do have Stealth Rocks up, so you know, that kind of helps, since he's probably going to switch back and forth, trying to predict Heatran and Glaceon switches. But I'm so glad I have Stealth Rocks, honestly. Speaking of Stealth Rocks, my opponent does have Stealth Rocks up too. Fair game now. So Stealth Rocks with Stealth Rocks. He does have a rapid spinning Kabutops, I believe. But yeah, he is in no position to send out the Kabutops right now. Simply because, you know, my Rotom is Volt switching back and forth. Luckily, I actually landed my Will-O-Wisp without him switching into Heatran. I'm just so glad. But for the price, he does poison me. So I guess, you know, he thinks it's more worth it that he lands his poison. But I think it's a fair game here because I'm just so glad I landed the Will-O-Wisp on the Glaceon. Because Glaceon is a huge wall. And once he is burned, it helps a lot more. Gonna go to Murkrow now. And he's switching back out. I actually went to Murkrow because I think my Murkrow does have Taunt. Actually, no, this is a very different Murkrow. This is a Calm-Minding Dark Pulse Murkrow. It's actually really cool because the Murkrows that I've showcased is more of like a stall-breaking Murkrow, you know, with like Toxic and Taunt. But this one actually has the Calm Mind, and you guys will see. So here we go. I got one Calm Mind up, and I know for a fact I can live even like a Blizzard coming from this Glaceon because I went for Calm Mind and I am carrying the Eevee. But actually I do outspeed him, so I just like, yeah, you know what, let's just go for Dark Pulse, like end his misery right there. So thank God we finally got rid of his Toxic Staller. Now Kabutops coming out, he can do like several things. He can go for Rapid Spin, he can go for Stone Edge, he can go for Knockoff. I'm thinking he might go for Rapid Spin or maybe Stone Edge. He actually goes for Stone Edge. Very sad because I really thought he might go for Rapid Spin so that I could just bring out my Ghost type Rotom, but hey, it's okay. And at this point, I'm at such low HP and rocks are up, so I kind of just have to let my Rotom die. Very sad, I know, but hey, you know, it's okay. Rotom did his thing, he really did. So I'm gonna go into Serperior now. Easy Leaf Storm for me. That contrary Leaf Storm will boost my special attack by 2 stages. And yes, you guys know he is gonna switch into the Heatran. And of course, Heatran being a Steel and a Fire type is gonna resist my Leaf Storm 4 freaking times. I have no choice, you know, I was just like, you know what, no, I really want to stay in, let's do it. Let's see if I can kill. My special attack was raised, but unfortunately I still cannot kill, and he will actually kill me with a Lava Plume. Meaning that he actually might be an offensive Heatran, because he's carrying the Life Orb after all. So my opponent really loves Life Orb, but it's also thanks to that Life Orb, the Heatran will go down. Thank God. Back into Murkrow, and here comes the Kabutops, and I was just like, this is kind of shitty. I'm gonna go for the dance. Let's just pray maybe he'll go for Rapid Spin, and maybe I can live 1 Stone Edge. I drop his attack, but unfortunately it is not enough, and he will finish me off with a Stone Edge. Still, we still did not see if he has Rapid Spin, but come on, it's a Kabutops. Of course he has Rapid Spin. I'm not giving him any I'm not giving him any room to go for Rapid Spin. But honestly, I think if I were my opponent, I would definitely go for Rapid Spin, simply because he does have a Gyarados. You know, Gyarados is a huge threat, but you know, Stealth Rocks is just doing so much to his whole team right now. Honestly, I just went for the Moonlight, see what he's gonna do, and I actually outspeed this Gyarados. And as you can see, I outspeed this Gyarados simply because this Gyarados is a bulky Gyarados. Thunder Wave plus Waterfall, so he's using like a Para-Flinch, Suedo Para-Flinch going on. But unfortunately, I do not get flinched, nor do I get paralyzed. Unfortunately for my opponent, at least. He does paralyze me, but I mean, I am Cresselia. I'm not that fast to begin with. Paralyzing Cresselia is not that bad unless you poison Cresselia. And we already saw my opponent's Mega. It's a Mega Sceptile, so this is definitely not Mega Gyarados. So I'm safe to just keep going for Psychics. It is revealed that he does have Rest, which is not uncommon because obviously this is like a bulky Gyarados. Most bulky Gyarados do run Rest and Sleep Talk. But I much prefer a Gyarados with Scald and Payback than Waterfall and Thunder Wave. That is just my preference. Now here comes the Mr. Mime. Now this is where it gets tricky. Like I'm pretty sure like he's gonna go for Encore, and I will be stuck onto either Calm Minds or Moonlight. But before he does go for an Encore, he'll go for Light Screen. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm gonna go for Ice Beam. I do not want to get trapped into Calm Mind or Moonlight. Like I understand my Ice Beam is doing very little, but I don't care. Now he does go for Ice Psychic, so I'm thinking, okay, he's probably baiting me, right? He's probably baiting me until I go for Moonlight and or Calm Mind. And I'm like, no, I will not fall into your trap. Surprisingly, he keeps going for Psychic. I'm like, okay, well, let's just go for Calm Mind. Let's just see. Let's test it out. Let's see if he does have Encore. Come on, it's Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime always has to have Encore. That is what I thought. However, he keeps using Psychic, so I'm thinking, what the heck is going on? Like, his Gyarados wasn't doing that badly, but he actually sends out his Mr. Mime, so I thought this Mr. Mime could have countered Cresselia. That is what I thought, but he is actually not doing anything. He's actually just going for his most powerful attack, Psychic, which also means that he probably doesn't even have Dazzling Gleam on this yeah, Mr. Mime. So I'm thinking, okay, this Mr. Mime is probably just carrying a Light Clay, and it probably just it's just a dual screener, you know. It has Light Clay, Light Screen, and Reflect. So I thought for a second there he probably would have actually just killed me there, but I'm actually able to finish off Mr. Mime with more Calm Mind set up. So I am a huge monster right now, and Kabutops can learn Knockoff, but let's just be honest, it's not going to do that much. And the first Knockoff always does a lot, simply because it's going to knock off my item. But after your item is gone, the Knockoff won't do as much. See, only does a quarter. I did get paralyzed first turn, but thankfully I didn't get paralyzed twice in a row. If I had gotten paralyzed twice in a row, ooh, I'm pretty sure I would have died. So he keeps using Knockoff, and you guys haven't noticed, this Kabutops is actually carrying the Life Orb. I didn't care. Like I could have actually went for attack, but like my HP was too damn low, so I had no choice but go for a Moonlight. And it's very convenient because this Life Orb would just finish off Kabutops. So again, my opponent really loves Life Orb, but it's also thanks to the Life Orb I definitely survives. And I'm at full HP now. How great is this? Now here comes the Gyarados. Again, awesome to see Stealth Rocks, honestly. I love Stealth Rocks. It's like the best hazards ever. And I do have a common question of the day for all my viewers. What is your favorite hazards? Please leave it in the comments section. Do you like Stealth Rocks? Do you like Spikes? Do you like Toxic Spikes? Or do you like Sticky Webs? Please leave it in the comments section. I really want to know. Mine is definitely Stealth Rocks. Sceptile is back out, and this was actually the first Pokemon that we get to see on my opponent's team, and it'll also be the last one. And obviously I'm going to go for Ice Beam. Sceptile being a Grass and Dragon type obviously will perish along with it. There you have it. Cresselia sweep right there, right now. So thank you, Misty. Really great team, honestly, guys. And hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Please give a like. Make sure to comment the question of the day. What is your favorite hazards? And also subscribe. I will see you guys next time.